Hey guys, how are you doing? Apple iPhone 12 mini, is it worth buying right now in 2025? And in this episode, we are going to see the design and form factor, the camera performance photos shared by some of my audience, and overall battery performance with iOS 18 installed. And should you buy now? Some suggestions I just want to share with you based on my understanding whether the 12 mini will be suitable for certain category of people or not, because you can find this iPhone 12 mini in used mobile market right now at cheaper rates. So if you come across one, you may be in a confusion whether to choose this or to go for other models. So at the end of this video, I'll suggest some. When it comes to the iPhone 12 mini, the entire mini series is the perfect form factor to call it as a phone, a complete phone that is usable with just one hand. The typing is comfortable. You don't have to use two hands like we do with right now increased display size and a bigger form factor of Plus and Max models. Apple tried to release the 13 mini also, which I will talk about in the next episode, without any change in the design and form factor. But the only reason I think that Apple discontinued the mini series is because of the poor sales, which, most of the reviews turned to be negative when it comes to the battery performance. We'll talk about it a little later. And when it comes to the camera, Apple have the 12 megapixel sensor in the front, and in the rear we have 12 megapixel wide angle lens and ultra wide angle lens. And here are some photo samples that my audience have took and shared in our Facebook group. You can see the pictures are pretty perfect, and the important thing is up to 12 models Apple had that less processing of images within the device, and with 14 and 15 models we started to see more sharper images, of course due to the sensor improvements. And with the image signal processor and neural engine, everything started to make the pictures even more sharper. So selfies are personally not became a favorite for some people with the latest model. When they upgrade from 12 or earlier models, their pictures were looking much more perfect with the older models. So that is being the important reason people started to see such a difference with the selfies particularly. Even with the rear camera, the photos and videos were looking excellent, up to the 12 and 13 models. And for video watching, this is of course a perfect compact iPhone that has a beautiful 5.4-inch display. Overall, the usage of text, images and videos, everything looked perfect in this iPhone 12 mini model. And Apple initially released it with 64 GB, 128 GB and 256 GB storage options with 4 GB of RAM. So in used iPhone 12 mini, when you come across in used market, you will obviously see the storage difference, and the price difference will also be according to the storage that you select. Finding the good unit without any physical damage or dent or any issues with the display may be a little bit hard, but most of the mini users, as far as I understand, they have used it very carefully, well maintained, but the price difference will of course be there. And when it comes to the battery performance, my friend who uses the iPhone 12 mini for his everyday usage, you can see that the drain happens a little bit faster with the iOS 18 with a lot of features. And there are of course few battery optimizations yet to be done, as we are right now with the iOS 18.1. And he have the maximum battery capacity as 86%, the battery health. And for that, his consumption of media in mobile data with WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram and the regular usage of Chrome browser, the battery seems to be standing for almost half a day, and then he has to charge to continue with the rest of the day. So it'll be more like 2 times charge. And I think this phone, if you're thinking about buying, if you see it in used market, you may choose it as your secondary phone just to keep it in your desk. If you're mostly in desk job and charging is not a problem and you need a compact iPhone experience, then you can definitely go for this 12 mini or with 13 mini model if you can find in the used iPhone market that brings additional 1 or 2 hours battery backup, which may be useful for some people. But of course, you need to decide based on the price factor. That is very important. And if you are using iPhone 12 mini still, or you own one as a secondary device, do share your thoughts in the comments, and whether you're planning to change the battery when it reaches the 80% battery health, or you're planning to go for the upgrade, and which iPhone model you will upgrade to. Thank you so much for watching. We'll bring more useful iPhone, iPad and Mac related tips and tricks in our channel. Thank you and have a wonderful day.